Hey, I just came up with a video a little while ago on the predictive programming with Lil Wayne's video, and just had so many comments so quickly. I couldn't believe it. So I thought I'd make another quick video while I'm on a roll tonight about something that really got me thinking about predictive programming way back when, and it was this old clip of when George Bush was a governor on Saturday Night Live, where they bring up George Bush, they bring up the Twin Towers, they bring up Osama bin Laden, they bring up hijacking an airplane. All of those things. There is no way this is a coincidence. This happened many years before 9/11. So that tells you this was totally planned. It tells you that it was years and years before. It tells you how massive of a scale this is. Once you wrap your head around this, it's just like, how can this go on without the vast majority of people knowing this happened? And with these predictive programming things, there's so many 9/11, and very few people have seen this video. You know, I mean, I've shown this video to several people, and they're shocked, and they just don't understand it. You know, when they don't know about conspiracies, when they don't understand it like you do. Someone watching this video, more than likely, you understand on some level what's going on. So you're used to seeing this kind of stuff. But the regular public, when they see this, they're just like they're just kind of stunned, and they can't handle it. And if you try and tell them about, you know, what's going on, you have to be very careful, because they just don't want to hear it. You know, they just don't want to hear it, because people are in their own little world. This is how things are. You know, you grow up, you go to high school, you go to college, you get married, you have kids, and then you die. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. You're a good person when you do that. And people are good people. They just don't know. And it's really sad that they don't. But I'm going to show you this video from many years ago, and clearly this is predictive programming showing you what's going to happen. Check it out. Unbelievable.
Texas Governor George W. Bush this week blamed President Clinton for the recent increase in gas prices and said if he were president, he'd abolish the gas tax and, if necessary, go to war with Alaska and steal their oil.
Twin Towers.
New York police Wednesday indicted the man known as the East Side Rapist, even though he has been identified only by his genetic makeup, making this the first indictment ever based on a DNA profile. Police are now offering a reward for information leading to the arrest of this man. In international news, a Hong Kong-based news magazine reported this week that suspected terrorist leader Osama bin Laden is dying of kidney failure. The reclusive bin Laden is reportedly hiding in the mountains of Afghanistan and is on a dialysis machine being peddled by two of his followers. And in Pakistan this week, a judge sentenced a convicted murderer to be strangled, cut into 100 pieces, and then thrown into a vat of acid. And that was the plea bargain. Passengers on a commercial airline flight Thursday averted disaster when they tackled a man who attacked a pilot in the cockpit and attempted to grab the controls. Fortunately, order was restored and the aircraft was allowed to crash on its own.
Now tell me that's not messed up. There's no way. There's no way that's a fluke. So it's just a way for you to see that. You're watching entertainment. That's what the TV is all about. TV is just meant as a way to download into your brain, because you're just relaxed. You're watching what's on the television, and moments here and there over the years get fed to you that are completely innocuous, that these little things, you don't realize how powerful your subconscious are, that, or how powerful what your subconscious is, that takes us in, so that when these events happen, for example 9/11, how horrible it is, it somewhat on a certain level feels familiar, because you've been shown that. So in a sense you're desensitized to it. It's normal, because it was supposed to happen, quote unquote, because you're fed to you. It was fed to you. And this is one example. This is one video that I feel does not get enough views, and it's absolutely shocking that this is done, and it sickens me. And you know, for anyone that believes 9/11 You know, 9/11's not the be all and end all. It's so much deeper than 9/11, but I feel 9/11's important to me because it was the catalyst to me waking up. And there's levels of being awake. All I know is there's something wrong. I don't know how deep it goes, but I know there's something wrong, and it's just beyond. And it's spiritual. I feel like this is so big that it's not just people doing this. There are some kind of outside forces, whatever that is, to do this, and for this to go on for thousands of years. This isn't just something that was come up in the 50s or something like this. Thousands of years this has been going on, the power structure that we have. And this is just one instance of how it's done, you know, how they can just control so many things, and really we're 1/10 of 1% of 1% that sees what's going on. It's unbelievable.